Hey everybody, woo! Welcome to MT Guitar. Thanks for joining us. We're doing an exercise on hammer-ons, and it's such a crucial technique for guitar, whether you're playing lead or rhythm, acoustic, electric. It's just one of those things that if you can do it well, it's really going to make a huge difference in your sound and your playing, and it'll give your right hand a break because you don't need to articulate every single note. And it's one of those things that's also a little bit misunderstood sometimes, even by decent players, as to how to do them correctly. And there's two things that's really important with hammer-ons. One is playing it loud enough so that we can hear it without stressing your hand. And the other thing is playing it in time or in rhythm. And that's something that I notice a lot of my students sometimes have difficulty with, because you want to have the hammer-ons be in time, in rhythm, and nice and smooth so that it fits the subdivision that you're aiming for. So I'm going to go into detail about that and kind of talk about ways to address that. We'll be covering all three of these exercises note for note, nice and slow. And in fact, the third exercise has 4 variations. So if you break it down, there's actually 7 variations here. There'll be a tab for this lesson on the Patreon that you can follow along with. And I also want to remind everybody to check out the guitar lesson giveaway. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram at MT Guitar Lessons, and then tag or DM me a video where you're practicing any one of my lessons. And that's all you have to do to be entered into the pool. And I'll select 3 winners, and the offer ends February 1st. So check that out. Other than that, I really appreciate all your support and everyone's comments and thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. So let's dive on into this lesson and zoom in. All right, so before we go into the specific notes of these exercises, let's just take a step back and talk in general about hammer-ons. Let me tell you what to avoid. If you're just playing a groove, you want to avoid this kind of thing, where the hammer-ons are undefined, not clear, and also not really that rhythmically accurate. So if I'm just kind of lightly pressing down, you're not going to get the effect you need to really have a strong hammer-on. So let me demonstrate one more time here. Here's 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. There's no real energy in this, and I see a lot of players doing this where the note kind of disappears. I'm not meaning to pick on anybody. I just wanted to start with maybe something that I've been there. I'm sure everyone's been there. It's not like we're born able to hammer on. It's something you have to work at, and you want to think about it a little bit so that we can address what's going wrong and figure out how to make it correct. Okay, what we want is a real solid articulation on a hammer-on. So if I'm going to hammer on the 4th string, 3rd to 5th fret, let's throw rhythm out. Let's just think about volume. I want to hear a click, as if I'm playing the note, right? So no hand, but it feels like I'm hearing the note. Okay, as opposed to this. See how the difference here's without the click. Here's with the click. Here's without. Let me play this note loud so you can know that it's not just the right hand. I'll play this note loud and you won't hear a click. Now I'll play it just as loud. Without a click. With a click. Okay. So I hope I've made my point there, that basically we're not even talking about pull-offs yet, but just a hammer-on can have an articulation in itself, meaning it sounds like as if it were picked. All right, now as far as rhythm goes, these exercises I think will illuminate the rhythm. If I'm playing in a G minor pentatonic scale, which most of you maybe are at least familiar with, right? It's the favorite rock and blues scale. if I play those notes, ascending, meaning going up, sorry, and then I say, all right, I want to replace that with hammer-ons, I just want to have the same subdivisions. Meaning, it's as if I were picking it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not this. See, that's you know, that's something, and it might be appropriate in certain situations, but it's not smooth and even. That's just hammering on and getting it done with. But if you want to hammer on in a musical way, try eighth notes like this. 1 and 2 and everything's even and consistent. Okay. So there's my little spiel about hammer-ons. You want to also not hurt your hand. So let's say I'm, you know, just pressing down with all my strength, and I'm having poor technique by not hitting on the tip of my finger. You want to hammer on the tip of your finger near the fingernail, and you want to let the muscles of the fingers take over, not the thumb. So it's not about pushing down with your thumb. You don't want to hurt yourself. You want to use that individual muscle. It's almost as if I'm telling this pinky muscle, hammer. Then I'm telling my ring finger, hammer. I'm not tensing my whole hand up or my wrist, because it's important to keep your wrist nice and healthy. All right, now let's get into these notes. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if there's any questions about the technical aspects of the hammer-on. All right, you're always welcome to practice one string at a time and get that clarity. So let's go over exercise number 1. We're going to do a G minor pentatonic. 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. Look at me, I just was saying don't do it without rhythm, and then I'm doing it. But those are the notes. Let's try it really slow here, the whole G minor pentatonic scale with hammer-ons. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to go down from here. Then 5th string, and then root. So the whole exercise, ready? 3, 4. Back down. 5th string, root. There you go. So that's the first exercise. That tempo would be. Great exercise to get your strength up. The second exercise is going to be a little more tough. It's going to be a G major scale. I created a little pattern. Okay, that's the basic motif or theme, and we're going to continue that up the strings. So we're going to do this G major pattern, which is I actually modified it for this exercise. But if you go 3rd to 5th, and then 2nd, 3rd, 5th fret on the 5th string, that's the theme. Oh, actually, then you repeat 2, 3, 5. So it's okay. So really slow. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Then you repeat just a string up, except in the key of G major. So it would be 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. So let's do up to there. Next string up. Then you repeat in G major, so it would be 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Then it would be 4, 5, 3. Go to 3rd position here with your index in the 3rd fret. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. Then 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 1. Hopefully the tab makes it clear there. So let's try the whole thing really slow. 3, 4. Next string. Next string. Next string. Switch position. Last string. Easier said than done, I'm aware. So just take it nice and slow. Don't hurt yourself. If you need to just isolate that section for a while to get the gist of it, then you can move on. The last exercise is a chromatic exercise, which you might find, it's something that you might find in a classical exercise book or a classical guitar book, where basically you're throwing out the idea of a key, and you're basically saying, okay, what if I just solely focus on the fingers as what's important and not the key? So it's basically a chromatic exercise, right? Chromatic meaning not in the key of anything, just all 12 notes are on the board. And I came up with four variations. First variation, first to second finger hammer on, third to fourth fret, and then third to fourth finger hammer on, fifth to sixth fret. So it would be, and then you repeat up all the 6 strings. All right, so let's try this nice and slow. 3, 4. Next string. Good. Really good for your muscles. Okay. The next variation would be first to third finger, second to fourth. And you repeat up the 6 strings. Let's try that really slow. Here we go. 3, 4. Go for clarity and volume, consistency and smoothness. All right. Third variation would be first to pinky, second to third, like this. 3, 6, 4, 5, and you repeat up the 6 strings. Let's try that nice and slow. 3, 4. Go for volume. Try to get that click. All right, I can feel my muscles pulsating. Now the last one would be basically the toughest. So we're going to do this one where it's 3 hammer-ons in a row. First, second, third, fourth fingers. So 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 strings. So let's try that. It's going to be a really good test to see if you're getting the volume you need, because if you're still hearing something by the pinky, then you're doing something right. All right, ready? 3, 4. Next string. Hammer that puppy down. Okay, a little bit faster. 3, 4. And at tempo, 3 and 4 and. All right, so there you go. Let me know if that's clear and how it's going with the hammer-ons, and if you have any questions. Enjoy. All right, well done, everybody. Definitely fun to work on an exercise like this and get your muscles going and your hammer-ons going. So subscribe to MT Guitar, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you next lesson. Bye.